Alright, so the steering, I pushed it down farther than I should have, but this is actually a electrical grommet out of one of those little assortment kits. Those grommets that never really fit anything, but it fits nice and snug, and it should act like a decent seal. I think I'm going to add one at the top to cut it down and put it in here just to act like a little bit to help direct water, rainwater away from it. Fenders are just tacked on at the moment. Still going to get some bracing put on them. I'm not sure if I want to cut these or like kind of curl the end. I might curl it, just kind of knock the corner off but leave some of this. I haven't really decided yet, but it's still gonna have a brace or gusset here, and then of course coming up to the front. So, and then I'm gonna put probably a step right about here so I can get on the thing easier, because it's kind of a pain. And then later I have to take this off, put it in my mill, and get rid of the egg shape and make a bushing for there, because that's where most of my slop is at currently. So I'm going to have an access panel here that allow me to do the filter, the dipstick, the carburetor, and everything. So and then I still got to replace this seal and that seal. The inside bearings are all replaced. This inner support bearing at the end of this input shaft was actually blown apart when I got it, even though it never had a PTO on it, so I'm not exactly sure why. PTO, all new bearings and seals, and retaining rings, bearing seals and everything on the transmission itself, but like I said, I didn't have this out, so I didn't do these. I did replace the bearings and seals and the final drives themselves. The lower ones on the inside were actually blown apart, and I'm actually surprised the wheel wasn't wobbly for as bad as it was. It had the race and everything just ripped apart, and the cage and the bearings were all broken, so I redid those. So I have the actual correct shift boot, the leather boot that goes on here. This is just what the previous owner put on, but this is actually for the newer style with 3 bolts, which I clearly don't have that set up. So this rim is starting to rust through, and it's got holes in it all over, but I actually got a set of front tires at auction for $2. So I might just end up swapping it out later on when it gets a little worse, because this tire doesn't hold air very well. So, sorry, I didn't know my hand was going in front of the camera. I'm still sick, so I'm not thinking real good.